Hey lads, what's the crack? Nyla here, and today we are playing If One Thing Changed, which I'm pretty sure is just a text-based game. Like, I don't think there's any images, but it's like a story, and apparently it's quite short, so I think we'll just make one video. But I thought it would be a nice thing to have kind of a slow story-like game on the channel. Caution guys, read the caution. This story may contain situations that you may find uncomfortable. I think that's the most important thing. If you're sensitive to realistic situations, I would not recommend you play this game. So guys, if you're sensitive to uncomfortable, realistic situations, click off the video now. Check out one of my old videos though. Playlist might be up there, hopefully. But yeah, let's get started. Mom and Dad are fighting again. It feels like every day now. And obviously it's about me again. Just generally guys, you might think it's about you, but it's usually not about you. Maybe in this case it is, but usually it's not. Why does it feel that this is all my fault? That I've done everything wrong? You haven't. It's not your fault. It really feels as if it was not long ago. Not long ago that all three of us were happy. Ooh. Sweetie, it's dinner time. I love food. Always have. It's good to love food. I mean, you need it to survive. Looked forward to all meals, and snacks and candy. Fair. I quickly ran to the table. As I sat down, a plate was set in front of me. Mashed potatoes, peas, and juicy pork chop was placed in front of me. I love mashed potatoes and Dad's famous pork chops. Really any kind of meat, but his pork chops were my favourite. Peas, on the other hand, I did not really like. I love peas. Peas are great. I pushed away the plate, leaving only peas spread across the plate. Moving them around doesn't count as eating them. Eat them as well, so you will grow up smart and pretty. Not how it works, but okay. I pushed away the plate with only the peas remaining. Honey, you need to eat those to help you become a very smart girl. No. But I will eat peas, because peas are great. I never liked peas, but they were never that bad. Then what are you complaining about? Just eat them. I usually had a fit over them, but I believed my mother when she said it would make me smart. Or, you could just be a good child and do what you're told. I was a gullible child, but it made Mum smile. I remember school being a different story. I was cute, but also kind of a tomboy. There was this one time, once at school during recess. Boy, do I miss having those. Relatable. The time to play and run around when no one could tell you what you had things to do, that you had things to do. Yeah. Good times, good times. Hey, come play with us. I was so surprised. I was new in this school, and I felt I was already making friends. Well done. Which made me happy, and well, eager to please. No, don't like where this is going. I was more than willing to follow my new friend over to a couple of other children outside of the school. Once I got there, they were gathering small rocks for whatever reason. So I joined in to help gather rocks. I did not know how it happened, but we changed from collecting rocks to throwing them. Oh no. Don't like how this is going. Next thing I knew, a window was broken. It wasn't me, I assume. Hell, I didn't even throw a rock yet. Next thing I heard was, I can't get in trouble. My mommy will be so mad at me. Please say you do it. Nah, you're taking this. You're my best friend. You don't know me. Please? No. I never had a best friend before. You still don't have one. Teacher rushes over to us, almost screaming. Are you kids okay? Who broke the window? Why are you kids throwing rocks? You're in so much trouble. Teacher, that's not how you speak to children. He rattled on quickly. Oh, he. Yeah, all the teachers in my primary school were female, so I just assumed it was a female, but he rattled on quickly. I couldn't follow how angry he was. That teaches me for assuming genders. I had to decide quickly. Tell the truth. She threw the rock, I said as I pointed to my new friend. Okay, that's maybe not how you're meant to handle it. But cool. As soon as I did, the other kids pointed in agreement that it was her. Last thing I remember of that was the pain of her screaming. I hate you, you're not my friend. I know you're not, dear. You never were my friend. You just walked up to me once, which was nice. Thank you for doing that. Those words echoed in my head and it hurts to think that I betrayed a friend. She's not your friend. But I was just telling the truth. Yeah, tell the truth. It's good. I mean, you could have phrased it better. Why did it hurt so much? Truth hurts. Thinking back, I was usually alone. Oh, I had very few friends. Was this all as like an because of my decision? Has anyone else played this game and gone the other way? Is this all because of my decision? That I have no friends now because I betrayed one friend. Okay, but I was always trying to do what I saw others do. Jungle gyms, monkey bars, swings. Oh yes, I love swings. I love swings too. Oh, they're great. I love them. It was where you would find me most of the time at school or at the park. I remember kids jumping from the swings, from as high as they could to see how far they would go. And when they were done, I always felt I could do better. English, you see? P's didn't make me smart. One day, I did. That day after the kids left, I went over and decided to cop them. I don't know that saying. To beat them, I assume. Like to do better than them. But for some reason, it wasn't enough. Oh, copy them. I get it. I got on that swing and went as hard as I could. As high as I could. I wanted to fly. I closed my eyes and I felt the rush. As I flew up and down, back and forth. The wind rushing past me. Oh, yeah, I love swings. They're so cool. That is when it came to me. Don't let go. That sounds really dangerous. I felt so free, but then I opened my eyes. Yeah, with your eyes closed. Letting go is not a good idea. Everything was moving so fast, I almost lost my grip. As I approached the ground, I slammed my feet down to slow myself. I got caught on something, scraping up my face as I tumbled and rolled away from the swing set. I wonder what would have happened if I let go. You would have died. Not to be dramatic. But my parents were freaking out at what just happened. What, you fell off a swing? Calm down. But what I remember after that was the best ice cream in my life that day. The important things. Wow. I feel like my childhood was awkward. Still seemed rather normal though. My teenage years, on the other hand, were scarier. I mean, if you have a normal life, or like, if you have like a good life, this is how it works. Once I hit puberty, it wasn't all angst, hatred, and boys. Well, maybe a boy. Okay. My teen years were very memorable. It brought me far more than I expected when I reached high school. Okay. I still was not very social. Okay. But somehow I managed to get a boyfriend. Good going. You go, girl. Everything went so fast, yet it felt slow at the time. Just a blink and it was all gone. I don't know if it was like that for me. I'm trying to think. I feel like my teenage years, no, they were long enough. But that day, I could never forget. We hadn't dated long. He invited me to a party. He was only a year older than me, so it was not anything special. He was mature. Okay. Because he's a year older than you. Or because he goes to parties, maybe. When we arrived, it was different. Oh, not good. Not what I remember a party to be. Oh. Was she expecting, like, a child's birthday party? Yeah, that's not what you're gonna get. The air was thick, almost unbreathable. Everywhere I looked, there were kids of all ages. And I mean, there were kids that looked like middle schoolers. I don't know what the point is there. Well, I don't know what middle school, high school, middle school. Middle school, is that like... Okay, elementary school, middle school, high school, college. So, middle school's like 15-year-olds. Maybe? I don't know. If you know, let me know downstairs. They were all kissing, making out, smoking. I was curious and yet disgusted at the same time. I feel like that's everyone's kind of first impression of a party. Despite knowing it was bad, I wanted to try it. I wanted to fit in. And my curiosity, no sooner do I think that, what age is this person? I don't know. I can't... Did they say earlier? I think they might have. Then he came back with booze and I think it was a cigarette of some kind. No. No. Don't take a cigarette of some kind. That's definitely not good. He offered both to me. I have no idea what age you are, but I might just refuse them because of the cigarette. And this is out in America, I think, so it would be so the drinking age is 21 there. Drinking age here is 18, which I think is kind of more reasonable. What I don't get about America is you can drive, you can have a gun, I think, you can get pregnant, you can like do all these things way before you can drink, which seems crazy to me. After I refused, I was too good for all this. Oof. People started talking and I started to get overwhelmed. That's a bit harsh now, guys. It could just be like more understanding. I don't think I've ever been at a party that people shame people for not drinking. Not like, they might jokingly do it, but like not seriously. Especially if people are underage. Like, no one ever has pressured someone that's underage to drink, in my experience anyway. I needed to step outside for a bit. After getting some fresh air, I realised that he never came to check on me. Oh. Which made me a little upset, so I went to find him. Fair. And I did. Ooh, that doesn't sound good. I should not have done that. Definitely doesn't sound good. He was all over another girl. They were almost half naked. Is that just because they weren't wearing much to the party, or is that they started to get naked with each other? But in the middle of the party, yeah, a bit weird. With dozens of people around, I assume they were stripping. Wouldn't be this surprised if she'd come with him and he was like that. Like flimsy clothing. How could anyone... He noticed me standing there, mouth gaping open. And the first thing he said, I just couldn't believe it. What's he gonna say? I thought she was you. Unlikely, dear. You said you didn't have a girlfriend. She sold you out, dear. I did get some sense of justice when she slapped him. Fair play, girl. Fair play. That was it. I walked home in the cold by myself, crying. Okay, I know it's sad, but that's so funny. Like, as how it was described, like it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. My mother caught me as I entered the door, and we had a long talk. By the way, anyone who's learning English watching these videos? Long. 2 separate words. Along is like to go along with something. She told me so many things that made me feel better about her experiences at my age, but it still made me have trouble ever trusting a guy again. Ever, not every. I mean, yeah, I guess you might be a bit scarred from that, but it's a bit of a dramatic reaction. I can't say all my memories are bad, but it never seems to be the good ones I remember. Well then yes, all your memories are bad, because your memories are things you remember. But yeah, that's true in life generally. People kind of remember the bad things, they don't really remember the good things very often. Well, they can, but a lot of people focus on the bad things, you know? Shopping with what friends I did have was always a blast. A blast. We ate food, got clothes, drooled over cute guys as they walked by. It was always good fun. Until we had a few new people join our small group. We met them one day at the mall. They were way too cool for us. I don't remember how the friendship began. Oh, great. The aren't making me feel very confident in this. But I know how it all ended. The last time I ever enjoyed shopping. This girl seems to have some pretty bad experiences that really scar her. It seems like a distant memory after what happened. Dark chocolate is my favourite. I was spending all I had for my stash at home. It was running low. After I gathered my hoard, I turned to our new friends and saw them. Oh, I think she's shopping and buying chocolate. I was a bit confused there. Sticking stuff in their pockets. They were signalling me to come over. I don't know why they were, but I had an idea. Yeah, I have an idea too. Hey, grab a couple of these. My pockets are full. No. No, 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 girl one. No, no, no. It is girl one, right? Yeah, no, no, no. Mine too. Hurry up. And don't worry, we do this all the time. I don't like how this is written. Yeah, that's a frustrating line. It's just not very natural, you know? Realistic. Yeah, sorry. I think that's my first proper criticism of this game so far. Yeah, I really don't like that line. But yeah, I know, I mean, Things I write, there's at least a line or two that are not nice. I know this is wrong, but it sounded exciting. No. No, no. Something to brag about. No. Okay, if you start bragging to me about having stolen stuff, I am not going to be impressed. No, no. A story to tell, even if it is small. Don't want to hear the story. Oh, I have so little patience for that kind of thing. That does look tasty. No. Don't steal. Do not steal. Very bad. The next thing I know, a couple of mall cops come up behind us. Glad you didn't steal, dear. We are then escorted to some room in the mall. After they lectured us and made a few phone calls, we waited for our parents. But you didn't steal. I just couldn't believe that this happened. My parents still bring it up even now. And it's just not fair. I was banned from the mall for life. But I didn't steal. I did press don't steal, right? The biggest turning point in high school year. Okay, but what would have happened if I had stolen? Anyone played this game before? Let me know downstairs, because was it worse than that if I had actually stolen? Don't see what benefit I got from not stealing. I mean, apart from being a good person. The biggest turning point in high school years was not even about high school. It was about driving. You see, they drive before they drink. It's so weird. I always wanted to drive. Really. It's not that great now. To have the freedom, the speed. Fair. To have the freedom. That is a good thing about driving. Ability to get away. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Okay, I'm understanding better. My sheep fell. Even after my license, I was never allowed to use the car. Or so it seemed. I don't understand it. Okay, I don't understand how it's phrased. Yeah, the writing leaves something to be desired. Sorry to the game creator. I hate critiquing, but I got my chance when I least expected it. A drive-in movie. No date. Just me. Fresh air. And movie food. Yeah, fair. Someone in my family actually used to do that all the time. When she was young, she used to go to the cinema on her own every week. Yeah, and like, she proper enjoyed it. I mean, yeah, if you enjoy that, go for it. Like, she had the friends to ask, she just didn't want to. She just wanted to go on her own and enjoy the movie experience kind of thing. Which, I mean, fair, go for it. It was just a night I had no one to watch over me. Nice. The movie was a double feature of movies that had been in theatres for a while. I don't know what that means. I think that is correct, but I don't know what it means. I'm not a big movie person. So it was going to be a long night, and I was going to love every minute. My bladder didn't agree. Oh, that's not good. I don't want to miss part of the movie, but I really need to go. And the movie is just getting so good. I was beginning to regret buying the jumbo soda. I mean, you gotta go when you gotta go. I couldn't hold it in. I had to go. I jumped out of the car, leaving the... No, that's not what I asked you to do. Why are you leaving the door open? Oh, you're so stupid. You're gonna lose the car now. Oh, no. This is how it's gonna end, isn't it? I'm gonna have my car stolen. And rush to the restroom. I hate public restrooms. After washing my hands, feeling relieved, I headed back to the car. It's not gonna be there. Now, where did I park? Yeah, not there. I swear it was over here somewhere. Wait. No. No, it can't be. Girl, of course it can be. It's been stolen? Yep. From a drive-in. How? I've never been to a drive-in movie. I don't even know if we have any. I don't think we do. Yeah, I don't think we have any in Ireland. I've never heard of one anyway. This isn't fair. It's so fair. Why me? Because you left your door open. Don't leave your door open. It's stupid. Why now? Because you left your door open. Why? Because you left your door open. I have no patience for this. After I canned my head, I headed back to the food stand to use their phone and explained what happened to my dad. He's not going to be impressed. He went off the rails. Yep, thought that. I was irresponsible for leaving the keys in the car. And there was no security cameras. There were no security cameras. I was about to actually flip a little about the grammar, and the grammar was right. I just was stupid and didn't think. Use the head. Read the words in front of you. There were no security cameras at the drive-in. Police never found the car. My dad said the insurance wouldn't cover it because you were stupid. Just another simple choice gone horribly wrong. Don't put this on me. I did not tell you to leave the door open. And you had no choice. You had to go to the bathroom. It wasn't a choice. This frustrates me. I can't even scratch the surface of my experiences. But some of the biggest things happen when you have to be an adult. After high school, I was forced. Well, not forced. I was suggested to get a job. Fair. That happens. Parents are such a pain. Fair. There's no what is it? Apostrophe. Yeah, there's no apostrophe there, by the way. Well, it wasn't a bad idea, since I wanted stuff, and that requires money. Very fair. Though it took me weeks and what felt like hundreds of applications. I would work anywhere at this point. Finally, the time came. Just as a waitress, but who am I to complain? Waitress is a good job. I'd like to be a waitress. Not as a full-time job, but as a full-time job, but not like for life kind of thing, you know? Waitress is a good job. It was harder than I don't understand people who get that mixed. Fair for foreign people, but no, than I thought it would be. But I was pretty, according to all the customers. That's a bit creepy. Which got me tips, really good tips. You tip because someone's pretty. I was making more than I ever thought I would. But as the weeks went by, it seems like my cheeks were getting smaller. I tried cheeks, maybe checks. Yeah, that's really it. I was getting confused. I think I might have misread it. I tried to bring it up with the owner, my boss, and he just kept brushing me off, saying that I'm getting paid for what I work. I told my parents. They told me to keep track of my own time. I wanted to trust my boss, but I kept track anyway. My next check was even lower than before, and my records showed that I should have been paid more. A lot more. Quit. I brought it to the attention of the boss when I was off, and he responded with all these wild excuses. I tried to fight him on it, demanding my money. You're replaceable. Complain again and you're fired. Bye. I'd walk out. He walked out of the office for a break, which he did 40 times a day. I noticed something after he left. Don't sabotage him now. The safe is open. With a bunch of cash. I worked hard. I wanted what I earned. I was going to take it. I assume I get a say in this, and then find another job. Take what you're owed, take more stuff in your pockets. I don't want any of those options. I just want not to take the money. I want to walk away. Well, the best option there is take what you're owed. I took what I thought owed to me. I didn't want to steal, but I wanted what was mine. Left my apron and told everyone there I quit. It was enough to get me by, at least while I found a different job, which eventually did with far better pay, and a great boss. The boss didn't call the police on me? Wow, I felt a bit bad, but I don't regret what I did. Don't steal, guys, don't steal. With all things in life, I remember the scariest moment of my life. Met a guy, and he asked me out. Terrifying. What a beautiful night. And such a great date. It sounds very scary. I mean, I'm assuming it'll get scary, but just the way it was phrased and the way it was put like that. He was charming, romantic, caring. I feel like this is gonna be bad though. Everything you would hope for. Seems too perfect. At the end of the date, he offered me a ride home. I declined. Oh, I wanted to walk home on such a great fair. I was like, that's a bit harsh. But shortly into my walk, things changed. I saw something off in the distance near an alley. A kid who was waving his arms at this homeless man. I decided to go do a little investigating to what was going on. Though, okay, that's the second time, but it's THOUGH. Though, like, that is kind of like text language. So that's why it doesn't bother me at all. I saw he had a gun. He was waving a gun around at the man. Is it real? Wait, is he robbing the guy? Robbing a homeless guy? Or the homeless guy's robbing another one? How dense am I? Of course he was. That's a thing, actually. Like, we don't have guns in Ireland, right? And I assume in most of the world, to be honest, apart from America. So I find it really weird. All the gun references in like TV shows and games and things like that. Because yeah, I don't have guns here. Like, really? The worst, I would think, like, you know, metal detectors in the airports and stuff. Like, I full on think that they're just scanning for knives, because it doesn't even occur to me that someone's bringing a gun through, which, I mean, of course is what would logically be happening, but I just don't think of it. I just think of knives, because, I mean, you're not allowed to carry a knife, but knives you can actually get, because kitchen knives and things like that, you can actually get a knife, whereas you can't get a gun here, so I wouldn't even think of a gun. Like, I went through a metal detector. I was telling a story about a metal detector to one of my friends, that I went through like 2 metal detectors that were like really close together, and I was like, what? Because I picked up a knife in between, and then I was like, they probably mean it for guns. I mean, my point still holds that it was like stupid. I wasn't gonna pick up a knife in between, or a gun in between, but my automatic thought was like a knife, not a gun, because there are knives here, not guns. I mean, there are guns, they're all obviously illegal, but I always think of knives first, because I don't know, I'm brought up with knives being around me, not guns. Anyway, back to the story. Hide and call the cops. Definitely hide and call the cops. Or the Gardaí, the good old Gardaí. I stayed back and silently called the police. Tried to make sure I was hidden. I wanted to be far away. I wanted to leave. Oh, he's going to get killed. Oh, I feel like this was going to be like either me or him kind of thing. But I barely could dial a phone, let alone run. While on the phone with the police, I watched as the poor guy cowered in fear, but still refused to give what little he had. It is the homeless guy, right? This seemed to piss the kid off even more. Suddenly, the homeless man jumped at his attacker. My heart stopped, watching the homeless man's body fall to the floor. His shooter rummaged through his body, then ran off. I dropped my phone with 911 on the line. Ran to him as fast as I could. There was no point. Lifeless. Motionless. He was dead. Could I have done something? As everyone was running around, I couldn't keep track of anything. Just stood there, motionless, as the sirens and lights surrounded me. I was questioned for a while about the description of the shooter, but only to find out that my memory couldn't recall anything but a vague description. Ah, girl. I feel like people do remember that kind of thing, though. I've been told that, like, in dramatic situations, you remember way more than you'd think you'd remember. My hair looks super weird right now. Sorry. Side note. All that was crossing my mind. That image was burned into me. It took me weeks to recover. But if that image was burned into you, surely you'd remember the image and be able to tell the person. Anyway. And I still haven't gotten over it. My parents described me as completely inconsolable. Fair enough. I felt like I could have saved him. I skipped it. I can't escape is what I read, but I tapped too fast. Oops. Read it yourselves, guys. You're gonna know more than I am. Mostly my parents. Okay. Okay. Being an adult has never made me want to be a kid again. Has made me never want to be a kid again. I think I misread it in my head. I think I read it right aloud, but misread it in my head. Anyway, every day you wish you could just be carefree and irresponsible again. So being an adult makes her want to be a kid again. That's, I think, what I was supposed to be reading. That's it. Screw being an adult. I got drunk. Kids don't do that. I mean, everyone. Did not care what gender. I'm so confused. One guy offered to buy me a drink. I was not going to pass that up. I'm so confused. Okay. Which was unknowingly one of the worst decisions of my life. Right. Drugged. Something was wrong. I was not okay after that drink. Drugged. Everything started feeling weird. I think I was drugged. Called it. The night just got worse from there. He got me into a cab heading somewhere. That not good. I was not in control of myself. Tell the cab guy. Well, if you're not in control. Fair. Sorry, I take that back. That was harsh. I wanted everything. But I wanted to get away at the same time. My brain made me relive all my bad experiences. All at once, and I was shutting down. And being drugged didn't make it better. Next thing I could recall is that he was touching me. It all changed. Wished I was good and did everything right. Couldn't move. Couldn't scream. Couldn't fight back. This is all my fault. Somebody save me. That's so awful. I'm so sorry if any of you have had that experience. The cab driver, barely after we started moving, he slammed on the brakes, looked back and asked me if I was okay. I could barely shake my head. Apparently it was enough. Good, well done, cab driver. The cab driver busted out of his door and ripped the guy out of the back. Fair play, cab driver. Well done. Good man, good man. Pushed him out cold in one shot. Punched him out. Why can I not read? Violence. I mean, maybe in this situation it was necessary. It's never necessary. I don't know. Anyway, this cab driver, I have no idea what he looked like. And it didn't matter. He saved me from a horrible experience. Well done. Well done, cab driver. Before I passed out, he managed to find out where I wanted to go. With the barely audible voice I had. Ooh. Home. Oh. Oh, definitely. Why would I go to my parents? He took out my phone and called my parents. I couldn't stop him even if I wanted to. Why? Okay, seems that choice wasn't relevant to me. My parents met him at my house and they helped me inside. Instantly fell asleep, then woke up alone. Why would a taxi driver call your parents? Why would they do that? That's so odd. I'd be really annoyed. Like, that's not what I asked you to do. I mean, it's a full-grown adult, right? Who lives on her own. Bring her to her house. So weird. Anyway, instantly fell asleep, then woke up alone. I started crying and couldn't stop. If it wasn't for that driver, my dad called and lectured me on my poor decision making. And that I should have been more careful. Useful. I hung up and continued to cry. I think she probably knows she should have been more careful. Don't need to tell her. Until I fell asleep again. Big flash. I love my parents. They've taken such good care of me. Through everything. I can never thank them enough. That is when it all happened. When everything changed. It had to have been years now. It's hard to keep count like this. Just a normal day coming home from work. Nothing special. I lived close enough to walk home every day. Only a few blocks. Occasionally pick up a coffee. Waiting. The sign changes to walk. Oh. Traffic lights, I assume. I start crossing. About halfway into the street, hit by a car. Yeah, must have been. Since the accident, I had been in a coma. But I can hear everything. Every word the doctors have said. Every single thing my parents have thought about. Oh, this is all in a coma. I wish I could tell them one last time. That was a plot twist. I'm so sorry for what I put them through. Put them through anything. I went quiet to be reassuring and gentle, but I mean, I did actually say that you didn't put them through anything, but so that's what I'd say to someone who felt like that. My parents are still fighting. It's all about money. Me being a burden. And that they can't afford the care I need. Even the doctor is saying that I won't be coming out of this. Do you notice how my voice always goes down when it's serious things? I'm like, oh. I mean, if I weren't on camera, I wouldn't be. If I were reading it out and I weren't on camera, I would just drop out at that point because I always go quiet when it's something serious. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's to protect the privacy of the individual that sent me a text saying this kind of thing or something. Maybe. I don't know. And at this point, my dog just barked. But I actually did stop because I read the rest of the sentence, so I stopped just as the dog barked. That was dramatic effect. Beautiful timing. Beautiful timing, doggy. I don't think I want to anymore. But it's not like I've had a choice. And I can hear them. I don't get one now. They're coming. If I had one wish, I want to tell them thank you. And that I love you. Ooh, this is getting emotional. It's well paced as well, this part, where it's like I ... love ... you ... Maybe a bit cliche, but I like it. I think it's well paced. Oh, it kind of breaks you more. If it was all one, it wouldn't be as hard hitting because you know what's coming, but still. But yeah, that's so. If any of you are parents, your children, they do want you to know that. They might not seem like they do, but 9 times out of 10, definitely, they want you to know this. And they might not say thank you enough, but they mean thank you. They mean thank you every day for everything. Both. Oh, that wasn't great. I cut off the sentence. Both so much, yeah. Oh, without the much. Whew. I mean, that would have been more dramatic if I'd kept going. But instead I had my little thank you thing. Bad end. Oh, I got the bad ending. There was a good ending? Well, that's the end of that anyway. I got the bad ending. Well, I thought I had a good ending. I'd like to play it again and kind of see the different turns of take. Or if you guys played this, let me know what you got. I'm not gonna. If I do play this again, I'm not gonna post it again because I mean, it's on the App Store. I'll leave the link in the description for Play Store. And if you looked it up, I'm sure it's on the App Store as well. But yeah, it's free anyway, so you guys download the game and yeah, support the producer and stuff like that, get your own endings. But damn, I got the bad ending. Did not see that coming. Maybe if I'd gone to my parents' house, then I wouldn't have woken up alone. I mean, I couldn't have known that. That's kind of like, you get hit by a car. Like, it's not that you don't look both ways, the thing's green. So yeah, that wasn't really my fault, I feel. But yeah, that's annoying that I got the bad ending. Oh well, I mean, it was a good ending. I liked it. It was emotional. Wait, no, oh yeah, so she wouldn't have been in the coma, but that was such a... But then where was the story? If the whole story was being told from her being in the coma. Ooh, the whole plot would have had to change. Because that big plot twist was just because she got hit by a car. So if she hadn't got hit by the car, it would have been completely different. I wonder what the plot would have been then. Just her telling the story like I thought she would be. Like telling it to her children or something like that. That's what I thought it would be. Ooh, well, I'm kind of glad I got the plot twist. The plot twist was good. I liked it. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you like gaming, check out my gaming playlist up there. If you enjoy music, I mean, who doesn't? Check out my music reaction playlist. Also up there, I'll have a new video coming out on Wednesday, and that will be one that you've been waiting for a long time. I know you have. Like, people on this channel, I know that they have waited for this. Anyone who's ever watched my video, my music reaction videos, maybe not my other videos, but anyone who's watched my music reaction videos, they've been waiting for this video. I know they have. Subscribe and hit the bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Dear Trump, see that stuff falling from the sky in the middle of March? Sorry for the late upload. I'll be better next week, promise.